There is so much stuff going on in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes for a new player or someone back into the game. So many screens, shops, gear levels, characters, Boba Fett, 80 shards, hey, from a Bronzium. There's Omegas, there's Omicrons, there's Zetas. There's a lot going on and a lot of information to absorb and figure out in the game. Maybe you're a brand new player. You might have been playing even for a couple of months. Perhaps you're an experienced player starting a brand new account and you haven't done that in a long time. You're going to carry this alt. You don't know what to do with it. Maybe you've got a friend that's starting the game that you want to help out. There are a lot of confusing priorities, especially in the early game. So what should your priorities be? That's what we're here to show you. This is my top 10 plus a few priorities for new accounts in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Well, greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, your beloved Star Wars dad, Nooch Too Good, and I'm here again. The top 10 plus a few priorities for new players or new accounts in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I've started my brand new Nooch Vader account here. I'm wrapping up my year-long free-to-play journey for Jabba the Hutt. I've done some free-to-play accounts, and yeah, I think you could say, it's fair to say this is focused around free-to-play, but a lot of the advice here can apply to folks. In fact, there is specific advice for those of you spending out there who might be considering spending out there. So let's jump into these pieces of advice. Your top 10 priorities. What should your priorities be when you start the game? And priority number one, we had this discussion here recently with somebody. Somebody's like, hey, how many teams do I get up and running? Do I need a dark side, a light side, blah, 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 blah. Guys, really, you want to focus at the beginning on one solid team. And you're going to find this to be a theme throughout your Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes journey. And we talk about it here on the channel a lot. Finish your farms, focus on what you're doing, dial in, and get that one team. And I'm going to show you what that one team is for me here at my new account. It's the Bad Batch. I am really dialed in on Bad Batch. You can see that I've got, I'm at level 60, and am I at level 60 or 61? I might be at 60. I'm at level 61 now. So let's go ahead and upgrade my Bad Batch here. I am not spending as much energy upgrading other teams as I am the Bad Batch. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not upgrading any other characters at all. What it does mean is that the priorities of my energy and the priorities of what I'm doing are investing in one team right now, and for me, that is the Bad Batch. Now, why is it that team? Well, there was a giveaway for 3 months. They do these every now and then. We don't really know the how often it's going to happen or the cadence of it at this point, but they just give away a team like an older team. Previously, they did the Scoundrels from Mando. They had Cara Dune and Mando and Grief Karga. They gave all those away as a Beskar Mando-like search. So then they did the Bad Batch after that. So it seems like every now and then they're going to come up with a team that they're going to give away, an old team, and you can invest in it. For me, it was the Bad Batch. And for this account where you guys chose for me to farm Lord Vader, it only made sense to focus on the Bad Batch. You can see I've got other characters in here that are at lower levels. Captain Rex, I got TIE Fighter Pilot, I got Iden Versio. These are other characters that I am working on right now, but I'm focused in my primary team for Galactic War and also for Squad Arena is the Bad Batch, and they're doing just fine for that. So early on, focus on one team, and that's going to be a theme for the rest of your Galaxy of Heroes journey. The more you get distracted by multiple teams, the worse off your account is going to be, both in the short and the long run. Number two here, you need a Scoundrel team like right away for the credit heist. I knew this going in. I hadn't thought about it, and like day 4 of me playing, boom, there's the credit heist. And what do I mean by credit heist? Well, guys, credits are the currency that you spend to upgrade characters in the game, and you end up upgrading ships as well. And how do I look at credits here? They're not very visible, are they? And credits are always, I was just spending them a second ago, but credits are always at a premium. Right now I've got 11 million, which feels like a lot for where I am right now. 11 million is not enough credits to upgrade 2 characters to level 85. Level 85 is the max level. I don't have enough credits right now to upgrade even 2 characters to their max level. So credits are always at a premium in the game. And the credit heist rolls around about once a month. You can get, at max levels, you can get up to about 5 million credits on it. You need a team of Scoundrels early on. Now, you don't have to have this be your maximum team, although you could. You could just have a max Scoundrel team right off the bat. My Scoundrels I'm working with right now are Boba Fett, Cad Bane, Newt Gunray, Lando, and I have been using Stormtrooper Han. I might flip over to Young Han Solo, who I'm farming for other reasons, see some other videos out there. You can watch the updates for my Lord Vader account. That's where you gotta go. Zalbar might be a good choice. So I've got some other... Han Solo actually would be a great choice in there if I can get him upgraded or afford to do that. So I've got some good choices out there for my Scoundrels. This is just as the credit heist advances, I'm going to be earning my credits each month with scoundrels. You've got to have a team of scoundrels on your team for the credit heist. If you don't, you are underprepared and you are not doing your job. Number 3 here, get yourself a lot of high-level allies. You know, again, people are asking me, hey, I got to go through light side nodes and dark side nodes in the game. So do I need a full, great light side team and dark side team? Do I need to fully develop a light side team and dark side team? And my answer is no. I've got a fully developed Bad Batch for my light side, but you saw my dark side, some of my scoundrels on there. They're kind of halfway. You know, I'm working on them, but I'm not like beating myself over the head to make them, you know, to make them go great. What I do have is a particular set of allies. You get it. Qui-Gon fans, anybody? So look, you see all these guys? They've all got galactic legends. They've all got relic characters. I'm borrowing characters from these allies to conquer my light and dark side nodes, and some mod nodes as well. So if you look at this, let me jump in. I'm not gonna do a battle here, but so if I was to start a battle here and I was gonna click on battle, you get to borrow a character, and I can borrow I can borrow a Relic 8 General Skywalker. Guess what's gonna happen? He's just gonna walk through that entire level without even thinking about it. I just gotta have my team alive at the end to get my 3 stars. So the way that you do this, if you want to get a bunch of high-level allies, hopefully you've got some friends in the game. You need to start networking. You get onto my Discord server. You can go onto the Galaxy Heroes Discord server. You can go in the forums. Go to Reddit. Start networking out there to meet people in the game that have been playing for a long time. I guarantee there are people out there that will share their ally codes with you. Also, my Discord link is in the description for every video. It's also on the banner for my channel. If you go and join my Discord and you get in there, we've got a specific room for borrowing allies from other players. So get a lot of high-level allies so you can clear these off easily without beating yourself up over having amazing teams both light and dark side. You need to get at least 1 raid character. That's the next step. Get at least 1 raid character as a big priority for your game. Now, for me, I actually did not think about this. I totally forgot about it. But my guild right now is doing the Endor raid. And thank you to all of the voting out there for my new account. You said I was not going to be limited on how I did my account, so I was able to join a guild that's doing the speeder bike pursuit. For that raid and for the crate dragon, I guess you need 5-star characters. Unit requirements: you need 5-star characters, and I was able to get my Magma Trooper and Admiral Akbar. Now I've got Iden Versio and Han Solo at 5 stars. I can run them in this raid just to get participation. I'm not scoring hardly any points at all. I'm not really getting myself any rewards, but I am participating, and that's getting me some rewards. If your guild is doing the pit or the tank takedown or the Sith triumvirate, you're going to need a 7-star character for these. So get yourself to a 7-star character ASAP as soon as possible so you can participate in the raids. You don't need to do anything stellar. You just got to participate to make sure you get the guild rewards from the raid when it's completed. Hey, another priority here. Your early priority in the game is character shards, not gear. You got to remember this. You are farming character shards early on. The way the game works is you shard up teams. You shard up teams in the foreground, you shard up teams in the background. You're always sharding characters to have them ready, and then you get the gear. And I'm going to take a look here, by the way. Let's look at Cad Bane. So Cad Bane, and this is how a lot of my characters look for a long time. He's at gear level 6. I'd like it to get him into this purple gear 7, because then I get some protection on him. It's a better gear level, just better all around. These pieces right here, I could just start farming these pieces. That'd be great, you know. I could go here to these light side, dark side, light side nodes, sim them, farm the pieces, these Mark IV pellet guns, or pellets, I don't ever know what they're called. I could farm those. But look at this. I'm going to get them in the gear challenge every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday. So every week, I'm going to get something like 20 of them. I don't know. I can go look at it here. You're gonna be getting this gear along the way. So that's what I mean by farm your character shards, not your gear, especially early on. Because if we look at it, if you look at like Tech here, who's one of my focused Bad Batch characters, I can't even go from 7 to 8 until I get to level 65. And that's like probably a week off, maybe 4 or 5 days. I don't know exactly, but so pushing and pushing and pushing gear is not going to be a positive result for you. There are times where with your main team, you do want to pivot to gear a little bit. Make sure you fill them in, get them to their... Like, when I get to level 65, I want to get all my Bad Batch to gear 8, like, immediately, as soon as I can. So, I might take a little detour and farm some gear if I need it, but you can see I'm already saving these, and I can even request them. I'll go ahead and request some of these. There's a lot. This gear is plentiful in the late game and the end game, so it's really not that. It's you just don't need to farm a lot of gear early on. And I'll even show you when I look at the guild activity store where you will be farming a lot of gear down the road in your game. Guild activity, you get this is your raid currency up here, Mark II raid tokens. You're gonna use a lot of Mark II raid tokens down the road for gear, but here at the beginning of the game, if you look at it, I can't. I only have characters available, so I guess I'm farming Wampa. I wasn't planning on it on this account, but I can't farm any gear with this, and I don't want it to. If it goes over 20k, I lose it, so I might as well spend it on Wampa right now. You're going to be farming character shards early, not a lot of gear. That's your priority. Get a lot of shards, get a lot of characters farm. You can get the gear later. Trust me. Hey, next priority, it is never too early to farm ships. Never, ever, ever too early to farm ships. When we look at my roster right here and my ships, I've already got a 5-star TIE Silencer. I've got a 4-star TIE Fighter. It's maybe a week plus away from being 5 stars. I've got First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter at 3 stars on its way up. I've got my Vulture Droid at 4 stars. I am farming ships. I've been farming them from the first moment that I could farm ships. I've been farming them. These are both on Cantina nodes. This is in the Guild Activity Store. Vulture Droid's on a regular energy node with Iden Versio. It is never, ever, ever too early to farm ships. Prioritize ships right out the bat. It's been the granola bars coming out. Hang on. Little break here. Okay. You gotta control the granola bar. You got all right. If you make this point of video, drop it. Control the granola. I want to hear control the granola in comments. Control the granola. All right. So farm ships. Make it a priority. Make it a priority. Hey, search high and low for a great guild. Do not settle for a starter guild, the beginner guilds that aren't doing a very good job, guilds that only have 20 members in them. Don't settle. There are a lot of places to find a great guild. I'm going to put a video out on this, I think, tomorrow about how to find a guild. I've got old videos about it. I've got new thoughts about it. You can go to my Discord. There's guilds recruiting on my Discord. There's guilds recruiting on almost any Discord for any content creator out there. There are guilds recruiting in the recruiting in the forums. There is a guild recruitment Discord server. There are a lot of sources for guilds. Again, guys, network yourself. Go to Reddit. Go to Discord. Meet people that are playing the game. You can find a guild. I'm not saying you get now. All right, I'm a content creator. When my Discord folks, my channel subscribers voted on this, they voted on my new Lord Vader account. They told me there were no limits on the guild. I chose not to join a Rise of the Empire Territory Battles guild. I think I probably could have gotten into one. I didn't. I'm in a guild that is at 146 million galactic power. You can see that. A lot of people in here, everybody's getting their tickets. Look at this. You want to see 600 tickets on everybody. And my guild is getting their tickets. They're an active guild. They're doing the Endor raid, as we said, doing Geonosis territory battles. So I was able to join a good guild off the bat. You can't get into 146 million guild, but in the Discord server for guilds, there are guilds from 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. I would encourage you, shoot up. I guarantee you, 100%. A guild that is doing raids and is like mid-level, 70, 80, 90 million, something like that. I guarantee you they're having people all the time not get tickets. And the way you get tickets is farming regular energy and Cantina energy. You get tickets for your guild to do raids. And everybody wants everybody in the guild to get 600 tickets a day because then you do more raids. More raids is good for everybody in the guild. I guarantee there are guilds at that medium level, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 million, that have people they want to boot. And if you come in and promise to get your tickets every day, just say, hey, I'm going to get my tickets. I'm farming some geos. I need some help. Get into a good guild get into a great guild right away, and don't settle. Search high and low and find a really good guild. Look around, get yourself networked, and find that out. And then when you join that guild, boys and girls, follow the guild's orders. I'm telling you right now, as a new player, I don't care if you did the Lightspeed bundle. I don't care if you are going free to play. I don't care if you got Hyperdrive bundle. I meant to say it a minute ago. I don't care what you've done. You're a new player to the guild. They don't know you. You better be getting your 600 tickets every single blasted day. If you're not getting 600 tickets a day, you are at risk of being booted from your new guild. If your guild says, hey, we need you to farm geos, we need you to prioritize that. Guess what, folks? prioritize some darn geos. Get them on your roster, because if you lose the guild, you're going to lose a lot. Being in a great guild makes a tremendous difference. You're going to get rewards from raids, you get rewards from territory wars, you get rewards from territory battles there, and they're going to be gifting you gear along the way. There are so many, but you have you'll get a great group of in-game friends in Discord, in game chat, wherever. You're gonna make friends. You're gonna get yourself networked in this game. Getting a great guild and then following the guild's orders, super important priorities for your early or new or account in the game. Hey, you've got to have a 5-star Executrix by level 78. It's another reason why you can't start farming ships too early in this game. The Ability Materials Challenge at level 78, that is when it unlocks. It unlocks you to get Zetas 3 days a week. So right now my Fleet Challenge is here. And if I look at my Ability Materials Challenge, I'm at level 61. So I'm not there yet. But when I get this right here, when I hit level 78, this right here starts rewarding me Zetas. I'll get 6 Zeta mats a week from this every week for the rest of the game, forever in perpetuity. 6 Zeta mats a week, and Zetas are still, even at the end of the day, even now with Datacrons and Omicrons, Zetas are really the lifeblood of making characters work in this game. They really are. You can live without an Omicron for certain game tiers. Sometimes other characters need it, but most characters can live without it. You pick and choose. You can live without some Datacrons. You've got to have Zetas. So you've got to farm a 5-star Executrix with 6 5-star ships. That means you're going to need to get 5 dark side ships, because that's what you need. You need 5 dark side ships. I think at least 4 stars, maybe 5 stars, whatever, to get the Executrix to 5 stars. Then you need 6 5-star ships, period. So you're going to add in Ahsoka Starfighter or whatever. Add in another ship. Once you get to level 78, this is a priority. The Executrix you have. I don't care if you're going the Galactic Republic route or the Home 1 route. You have to have the Executrix. That's Tarkin's ship at 5 stars by level 78, or you're gonna be behind the 8 ball. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hey guys, preserve your resources. I preach on this all the time. Don't just spend everything you have just to spend everything you have. You saw a minute ago, I've got 11 million credits. I'm not saying it's anything to get super duper excited about, but it's something to be happy about. It's certainly not something to be sad about. 11 million credits. I have not added this gear to Iden Versio. I have not geared up Iden Versio. She's not on my focused team right now. She's not my primary focus. Now, as I start to accumulate Imperial Troopers, I'm going to be a little bit stretched to not upgrade Iden Versio, because Iden Versio Troopers early on is just kind of a wrecking ball, and she could probably do some real work for me and on mod battles and everywhere else, but we'll talk about that later. You can notice here that if I upgraded her to level 41, I could activate this gear. If I upgraded to level 43, I could take her up to gear 6 easily, but I don't have a real great reason to invest in Iden Versio right now, so I'm saving all of this gear, and you'll notice I'm not applying these pieces of gear either. I'm kind of sitting on them. I have 273 of these. You cannot have enough gear. Listen to me, hear me now, tell me later. You cannot have enough gear as you advance in the game. Finishing teams, when you get to level 85, requires relic characters, and you need to get them up to relic 3, relic 5, relic 7 to be useful. You'll be in the scavenger shop, and what happens in the scavenger shop is you exchange gear. You exchange your early level gear for your late level gear. 50 pieces of early level gear gets you 2 pieces of late level gear, whatever it is. You can never have enough gear saved up in the game. Preserve your resources, and a little tip here. If you're ever sitting on some extra energy and you don't know what to do with it, and you don't have any other characters to farm, come over here to Lightside 1D and just farm the living crap out of this. I know I have 366 these furnaces right now. I'm gonna need thousands of these later. I will need thousands of these later. So if you're ever sitting there bored, you got some extra regular energy, you don't know where to do it, Lightside 1D, normal battle, farm the heck out of it. Preserve your resources. Only spend on the teams that you're working on right now. I said it earlier, you need one good team. Focus, focus, focus. Dial in on that one team. Get them up. Don't just blow resources and go through your roster upgrading everybody just because you can. Look at all the green stuff there. I have not spent a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff I can spend right now to get a bunch of mediocre or bad teams. Don't do it. You'll run out of it quickly. Save it up. Save it up. Hey, you got to prepare your roster for level 85. That's another priority. When you get to level 85, Grand Arena opens up, Conquest opens up. You get to start simming Galactic War. I feel like there's more stuff that opens up, and I'm not thinking of it. But anyway, there are a lot of things that open up for you at level 85, and as you move forward, you need to get ready specifically for Grand Arena. I don't care what guild you're in. I don't care how you're playing the game. Grand Arena is the engine that makes your roster go. Grand Arena and Fleet Arena are the two places you need to try to excel or do your best in as much as possible. And so, as you move forward with your roster, you will begin preparing other teams as you go. As you finish your bad batch or whatever your first team is, you'll start preparing other teams. And like for me, I mentioned a minute ago that I was farming Wampa. You need to go find some farming guides out there for other teams to farm. And I mentioned that I'm kind of accidentally farming Wampa because I have nothing else to do with this currency right now. Hey, Wampa with an Omicron, a Zeta and Omicron, it is a team by herself in Grand Arena. Complete team by herself all the way through the late game. You're doing great things with Wampa in Grand Arena. I'm in Kyber 2 right now, my main account, and I'm still using Wampa every time I go in Grand Arena. There's some team out there that I can just wipe out with Wampa, and people keep putting them on defense, so I'm going to keep going in. There are a lot of teams and a lot of ways you want to be prepping for level 85. You want to get one complete team out there. I've had a lot of success with low level geos, but I hear this is not a character farming guide, so we're not going to talk about that. But prepare your roster for level 85. Target Grand Arena. Start looking at great characters to farm for Grand Arena as you move forward with your roster. Hey, before you start spending money on the game, and this is what I talked about earlier, just play for a while. Play free for a while. Even if you're starting an alt or an experienced player, you know, you play the first 4 or 5 days, first week, you save up your achievements and you unlock Darth Vader immediately because, you know, you'll get a 5-star Darth Vader from the Hyperdrive bundle. If you get it, if you save all your achievements, boom, you take them right to 7 stars immediately. I just think I have seen people that come into the game and just spend money immediately and they're still learning the game, but they've got a bunch of Hyperdrive and Lightspeed bundles and they don't really know what to do with them and they're still trying to figure it out. I would just suggest, I get it if you started yesterday and Lightspeed bundles are out today, you got a week to make a decision. I get it. I just would recommend take some time, play the game, figure out how it works, figure out how all the kits work, the characters, the synergies, understand what's happening out there. I just think it's a good idea, generally speaking. Play free for a while before you start spending money. We've got a few priorities left here. Actually, one big one here, and this is for anybody. You're going to take some losses, man. You're going to do some dumb things. You're going to make some mistakes. You're going to go into Galactic War. I had my first time here a couple days ago. I got into the last 3 parts of Galactic War, and I was up against a Geo team, and my bad batch did not have their cooldowns because I'd been autoing it the whole time, and I got stuck on the Geos, and I did not finish Galactic. There was one day where I didn't finish Galactic War. It happens. Yeah, doesn't mean I'm going to go back and micromanage every bit. Guys, when you get a good team like Bad Batch up and early, Phoenix, Imperial Troopers, Iden Versio, or Javiers, get them up and running early. You're just going to be autoing through Galactic War. Do I think you should sit here and play it tightly every single day? Probably not. Should you do it every now and then? Yeah, if you're new to the game especially, you know, learn the game, see what's going on out there. But I've been autoing through it and I got stuck. So you're going to take some L's. My other loss that I took was I didn't get a character ready for the raid. So the first raid I missed out on, I could have gotten a 5-star character ready early on. I just didn't think about it and I missed out. Just take that and learn. Don't let it bring you down. Guys, this is a life lesson. You're going to lose and life is going to hammer you. I promise, if I can promise you one thing about life sucks. Then you pay taxes and then you die. That's how it works. Life's going to beat you up. The game's going to beat you up. Take it as a lesson. Absorb the lesson you learned and move forward. That's what you got to do to learn the game. A couple of whimsical ones here at the end. Have a great time. You know, I say this all the time. It's a game. If you're not having fun, take a break, step away, do something else. Maybe it's not the game for you. I'm not here to tell you everybody has to enjoy this game. Everybody doesn't enjoy this game. A lot of people do. A lot of us have a blast playing this game. A lot of us have been playing this game for over 8 years now and having a great time. The time of our lives, collecting all of our Star Wars characters, starting 25 different accounts. That's me. Hey, man. Hey, lady. Hey, you. Have a great time. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Get out there, find some characters, play some game modes, make some mistakes. Just have a good time doing everything we're all doing in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And the last piece of advice, always listen to your dad. Dear old dad, Star Wars dad, we got great advice here on the channel. Lots of beginner guides for you, lots of farming guides, lots of fun streams, lots of good stuff here on the channel. Stay tuned, like and subscribe, do all the fun things that your family wants you to do. And of course, as you go throughout your day and life is sucking, but you're pushing forward, always, of course, remember, Nooch too good. Hey everybody, welcome to the after credits. I forgot a couple of, there's probably a lot of really important things that I didn't mention today. I'm just trying to give you guys priorities, but a couple of really important ones that I really just didn't think about. One is gonna be mods. Make sure when you open mods, you're farming them actively. If you wanna kind of get a guide for how to use mods early on, I've got some videos out there for early mods or mods for beginners. You can also watch my new Lord Vader account where I'm doing active mod work on every video after the credits on there. So there's one, don't neglect your mods, work on your mods early, work on your mods often, work on your mods all the time. They're really going to matter for your roster as you go forward. Secondly, go to the SWGH web store and sign up, and every day you log into the SWGH web store, you can just Google it, you go into your menu in the game, go to your connections, you connect with Galaxy of Heroes that way, you go to the SWGH web store, and you get yourself a free crate every single day. That crate will have character shards, it'll have some gear, it will have primarily 50 to 100 of some type of energy in there. Cantina energy, regular energy, fleet energy, mod energy. You're going to get extra farming out of those crates. So those two pieces of priorities that I forgot in this video, don't neglect your mods, get on your mods right away. And for guidance, go watch my, I got a mods playlist. I'm doing, again, watch one of my most recent Lord Vader accounts. I'm doing mods, my Lord Vader farming. I'm doing mods after the credits on those. And then the SWGH web store, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes web store. Two important things you can do for your roster. More big priorities. Hey, now we're done. Have a great day. I don't know if I got a Nooch Too Good here. Do I? All right, let's do it. Nooch Too Good.